What's back?
Time In is back.
Time In is back?
And it's better than ever before. Tune in to Time In and join me, Matt Laughlin, and my guests.
What time is it?
Live Mondays at 7:30 p.m. with a repeat cable cast Saturdays at 12 noon.
Matt Laughlin, he's that red-faced Irish guy from Sports Channel, isn't he?
Only on Suburban Cablevision TV3.
Matt who?
Second and 4 for the Farmers. On the bench and probably done for the day, Frank Fabio. Collins goes to the air, gets it to Jacobs. Jacobs gets around one man, heads down the sidelines. Rosander pushes him out as he gets near the 20.
What a great move Shane Jacobs put on by the first fake to get by the first defender and get it down the sideline.
Here's a look at that move.
It's a hitch pattern. He just stops. Ball's thrown to him. He puts a great move on here. Little change of direction, inside, outside, and then he's gone down the sideline for bigger yardage.
And that defender slowed down his teammate from getting a shot at him. And then Rosander pops him out at the 20. Shane Jacobs. Quite a lot of speed there. Something the Randolph Rams are going to have to watch. There's the gift to Alberto. Alberto picks up 4 yards. As we said, representatives from Randolph are here watching this one. Though they will play next week up in Morris County for the Section 2 Group 4 championship. Again, a Frank Fabio on the sidelines. 6'1" senior, 265 pounds. Injured his leg early in the game on the extra point. And there is an official's timeout. Second and 6. Caban gets the little block to open him up. McLean stiff-armed, and then Caban slips and is down at the 10.
You notice the value of the straight arm there, or the stiff arm. Caban comes back on that belly counter, gets a nice block from Tom Konsowitz, breaks it to the outside, does a little move, little stiff arm, pushes the defender away, and just gets caught with his inside foot down and slips and falls.
Caban, 88 rushing yards, and as we said earlier, he crossed the 1,000-yard mark. Here comes McPhail from the 10, ankle tackle, and finally Grayer brings him down. Anglin had him by the ankle. Grayer finally wrapped him up.
You see the value of being in that weight room all year round for these Union kids. They're strong. They don't break tackles by accident. They break it by design.
Gain of 1 on the play from McPhail. Second and goal. Caban had a first down on his earlier run. Fake to Alberto. Bubnowski all alone in the back of the end zone, and he's got it for the score. Ron Bubnowski was all alone in the back of the end zone, and the senior hauls it in for the touchdown.
Nice blocking for the quarterback Collins as he rolled out onto his right. He had 2 guards ahead of him and was able to scan the whole field and just see he had 3 receivers in the area and threw back against the grain a little bit to Bubnowski for the touchdown.
Caban will attempt the 34th point. The kick was blocked. Grayer, I believe, is the man who got a hand on it. So the score will stay Union 33, Scotch Plains 7. And here's a look at the extra point. And again, it is 42, Grayer, who is the first man in there. And indeed it is Ed Grayer who does get a hand on it.
One thing that's been consistent all day is every extra point, the ball centered back has been high to Collins, and who has had to reach up and pull the ball down a great distance, which has destroyed the timing of the kick.
And here's a look at the touchdown pass from Collins to Bobnowski. He'll be in the top right corner of your screen.
He was playing at the right wing back, or left wing back, excuse me, and he comes back across the grain. He's got the tight end there, and then he's got the fullback and on the other end who were out. So he had 4 receivers on that play.
33-7, 9:41 to go in the football game on this Thanksgiving Day, 1993. Murphy kicks it away, end over end. Cody fields it with a step on the 10. Comes to the near sideline and is tripped up as he gets to the 28-yard line. So that is where the Raiders will start from.
Interesting, on all the kickoffs, and there have been plenty of them for Union today, Murphy has kicked his best into the wind on his kickoffs.
Well, you always take off into the wind. Just a reminder, if you're interested in TV production, if you have little or no experience but just a desire to learn, we are looking for people, all ages, all types, to come down and join us for an open house on Monday, December 13th. Call 602-7492, extension 3347 for more information. Rosander looking to throw. Gets it out to Cody, who just cannot hold on. He's hit immediately by Shane Jacobs.
Fans had their hopes up on that one. It looked like it was going to break for a big play, but Jacobs timed it out perfectly, makes great contact, and strips the ball loose.
Shane Jacobs, 5'10" senior, moved to the left cornerback position after the Irvington game. Irvington, the lone loss for Union. That came very early in the season. Since then, the Farmers are on a roll, and they are back in the sectional final. Kevin Rosander calls for the timeout. Well, Thanksgiving Day in New Jersey means high school football for me as a longtime resident of Bloomfield. It meant the annual rivalry between Bloomfield and Montclair, generally with Montclair coming away the winner. That was until 1973, when Jack Clawberg caught a pass in the end zone with less than a minute remaining, and the Bloomfield Bengals went on to win. Not easily, because on the ensuing downs, Montclair drove inside the Bloomfield 5 and almost got back in the ball game. But Bloomfield did win that one on a controversial touchdown catch.
He wasn't playing center, was he?
No, he was not. Not similar to the Sayreville-Woodbridge game, but there was the Bloomfield side said fingertips above the grass.
Oh.
The Montclair people said grass, then fingertips. It was that kind of catch right above the ground. Rosander looking to throw. On the out pattern, Cody just can't hold on. Fly pattern down the left sideline, and he just could not haul it in.
I don't think Cody would have been able to stay in bounds had he caught that ball. Watch this. He just was not led enough downfield. It was a little bit over his outside shoulder, and as he went to catch, he would have had a hard time staying on the field of play with that ball.
And he is disappointed that he could not hold on. 3rd and 10 for the Raiders, as Union starts to make some substitutions. Andre Lee is in now at right corner. Tom Cleary is in at safety. Rosander going to go back to the same play. Overthrown.
Same result. Yeah, Fabio's back in there on defense. Or is that somebody wearing his jersey? It's the only 77 listed, but he's on the field, the 77.
4th and 10. Rosander gets away the high kick to Matthews. Matthews fields it at his own 36. Cuts inside across the 50, the 40, the 35, the 30. Gets a good block. He's gone. Sean Matthews goes 65 yards with the punt return.
As that developed, the only question was whether his own men were going to knock him down or not, because there were so many white shirts in the way, he had a hard time getting through.
Collins the hold and penalties. And illegal procedure called against Union.
Whatever they did, they grew a lot of flags in a hurry.
So Caban steps back 5 yards, and his kick sails to the right. And it is no good, so it will stay 39-7. I believe that is Fabio near the 30-yard line. There is a giant of a player.
Okay, they snuck somebody in his uniform.
Here's a look at Matthews for the punt return touchdown.
This was a great punt on the part of Rosander. He gets up, gets it far down the field, but Matthews was able to take it and put it away, start up the middle of the field, see the herd of people, break it back to his right, and then take off. Look at the white shirts start to form this wall now. They're picking them up as they come along, and this is a mismatch. Rosander gets knocked from the inside out. The only question was if Matthews was going to trip over some guys in the white shirts, and he didn't. And they didn't catch him.
A punishing block thrown by Jason McPhail. Fielded by Cody at the 20. And he'll take it out just beyond the 30-yard line with 8:18 left in the 4th quarter. Union 39, Scotch Plains 7. Slapped away, incomplete. Just slapped it right back. Rosander almost caught it, sort of like Steve Young.
Yeah. Now, there was good pressure there. One hand to keep the blocker off his body, the other hand in the air to block the ball.
Rosander had little trouble with the snap, falls on the ball. 3rd and 12. Anglin. Two-yard gain before he's knocked down. And on 4th down, Rosander will punt it away. And this time it will be Cleary, Tom Cleary, who goes back to receive the ball. Cleary catches it at the 36, heads to the left sideline, and he is dragged down by Sean Roberts. .609 left in the 4th quarter. This is the way the scoring has gone by quarter. Union with 14 in the 1st. 7 more before the half, so it was a 21-0 halftime score. Each team scored on their first possession of quarter number 3, and Union has since added 12 more here in the 4th on the touchdown pass to Bobnowski and the punt return by Matthews. 39-7 our score, 6:09 left. Timeout on the field called by the Farmers.
A whole new cast of characters out there for the Farmers now.
Keep everyone fresh for the championship game next week. That is Lou Rutino's thoughts right now. Tony DiGiovanni is the new quarterback for the Farmers. Number 13, DiGiovanni. This is Anur Hamilton. Anur Hamilton. So as long as the roster is right, we'll be in good shape. Under 6 minutes to go.
This is that point in time when any senior that's on the team is going to get in that ball game.
Second and 7. Up the middle. This is Andre Lee, and Lee is still going. And Lee looks to have enough for first down yardage. First and 10, Union Farmers. We're under 5 minutes to go. Again, this is Hamilton. Looks to have a little bit of speed there.
Yeah, his feet are moving real quick. Once he turns that corner, he was only 1 step away from breaking that one.
You'll see it on the replay. Leaned inside, cut outside, cut back inside. Bounced the tackle, kept going. Eric Green. Green knocked off his feet at the 25. Green, a senior.
There's a 4-minute warning.
4 minutes left to each side with the score 39-7. reminder that next week on TV3, we will be in Roselle Park for the Section 2 Group 1 Championship. You'll be able to watch that game Saturday night at 8 and Sunday at 7:30. The Pioneers and the Panthers. Greg Netshirt. Netshirt, a junior. A big Union football team in terms of numbers that they bring to every game, and pretty evenly distributed amongst the three classes. Second and 6. This will be Lee. And Lee dragged down by Roberts. As we approach the 3-minute mark.
Now what you're just seeing now are the two base plays, the belly and the sweep.
Inside the 5, that was Netshirt once again. And for the underclassmen who are out there, they are trying to remember these plays for next year in the hopes that they will be the starters.
This is the belly counter right here. Counter back into the middle with a tackle trap. And Netshirt gets a pretty good effort on that play, just a few yards short.
First and goal from the 2. Lee is the fullback.
Sweep with Green.
It will
There
be
it
Green. And he's in.
Does he make the senior score?
Eric Green, who is a 6'2" senior, does indeed go the final yards for the touchdown with 2:01 remaining.
And that's what Thanksgiving football is all about. Seniors usually playing the last game. In this case, it will not be. But you give them the opportunity to do all the good things in the game.
Although for some, it is their last game because depending on the depth chart.
Yeah.
So for some, this will be the last action that they will see, assuming a real tight championship contest, which you have to assume. Caban on for the point. And this time, it sails straight through. And you know why it sailed straight through? This time he had a lot of time to put on his kicking shoe.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think he put it on when he came off the field.
Because he knew that Eric Green was going to score.
This nicely executed here. Good job of blocking. Green reads his blocks well and falls right there into that end zone with that 6-pointer.
Well, we should also credit the blockers who are new into the game. Brian Lehman, number 56, and Dave Henningsen, 56 and 50, who threw the opening blocks. David Cousins, number 18, is on to kick off. Cousins is a senior. .201 unofficially left in the ball game. 46-7, Union with the lead. McLean chases it down inside the 5, picks it up at the 1, and is dragged down at the 1.
That ball just wouldn't do what he wanted it to do. He wanted it to roll in that end zone, and it just would not. Died on the 1-yard line. He had to pick it up. When he did, he ran it back into the end zone to bring it back out again.
The second half of our doubleheader will stay in the TV3 area in Woodbridge Township in the Island section to watch the Kennedy Mustangs take on the Big Blue of Manasquan for the Central Group 2 crown Saturday evening at 10:30 and Sunday morning at 9:30 is when you'll see the Central Group 2 championship game.
Check for a heated booth, Paul.
I'll talk to our good friend, athletic director Frank Capraro down at Kennedy High.
Oh, that's right. Frank is there now, and I know Frank very well. He should, you know, have a foot warmer or something.
Englund with the carry. Got it out a couple more yards, a little breathing room for the Raiders. 1:22 left in the ball game. Then we'll run down on the field. We'll do the post-game show, and everyone can go home and enjoy Thanksgiving with family and friends. 2nd and 6. Fake to Englund. Rosander keeps it. Still on his feet. Rosander, stiff arm, and is just brought down. Rosander had visions of going 95 yards. And Dick, if it wasn't for this tackle, Rosander might have gone the 95.
Now he broke this one up and under, and a nice job of reading his blocks. Gets down the field, and Andre Lee is the guy who puts the hit on. And I hate to see that kind of tackle. That's one of the most dangerous tackles in the game for me. I hate to see that made when you grab the back of the shoulder pads and throw a person down, because that's Hurtsville.
Incomplete pass, 67 rushing yards for Rosander, who of course had the big touchdown run for the Raiders. Unofficially 33 seconds to go in the game. Rosander a junior, so he will be back for the Raiders.
As will most of the guys in that huddle right there.
Rosander looking to throw to the far sideline, tipped away by Green.
That's a young team, but they're still in there plugging away, even with the score being what it is. With just a few seconds left, they're still giving it the old try.
3rd and 10. Rosander looking long for Cody. Just missed him. Lee on the cover. So next weekend, Union and Randolph for the Section 2 Group 4 crown. Timeout, Scotch Plains. A couple of TV3 area teams will have a chance to win crowns, in addition to the 2 games we're covering. And Union, Woodbridge is alive in Central Jersey Group 4. Immaculate Conception is alive. That's in Parochial 1.
And then the other 2 play each other.
New Providence, Roseau Park.
New Providence and Roseau Park.
So unofficially 12 seconds to go on this 4th down. Rosander will step back for the shotgun. Looks to air it out. Left sideline for Cody, just can't haul it in.
One thing that's been consistent, every time that pass has been thrown, it's been over his outside shoulder, not his inside shoulder.
And it
inside shoulder, he's got 3 touchdowns. Outside shoulder, he's got 3 out of bounds plays.
Just missed off the fingertips. And that will do it. And we do congratulate Lou Rattino on his 200th coaching victory in his career, number 155 at Union High School. The final score, Union 46, Scotch Plains 7, and we'll be back with our post-game show right after this.
Catch Suburban Crime Watch and watch criminals get caught. Caught. 92. Caught.
So the Union Farmers improve on the season to 9-1 with this Thanksgiving Day victory. Ed Collins, the quarterback, joins me right now. Ed, congratulations on the victory for this team as you keep moving on. Was it difficult to get up for this one mentally with thoughts of the sectional championship next week?
A little, but it also was difficult because we had a short work week. And I did our basic stuff, got a game plan together, and went out there and tried to do as best we could.
One thing that certainly has impressed teams about this Union team this year is that it has a much improved passing attack from recent years, and obviously you're a key part of that. Tell us a little bit about the passing game.
Well, in the summer, we worked on it a lot with Coach Quinn, and we knew that we were going to be able to do it, and we got a couple of key receivers to come out for the team, and it just worked. It's worked all year, and I hope to stay with it.
Obviously, it's also nice to have talented running backs to hand off the ball to.
The linemen are blocking great. We got tremendous backs in the backfield. Marco, Jason, and Nick. They're really good.
All right, Ed, thanks very much for coming by. Congratulations on the victory. Marco, step on in here. Marco Caban comes in. Marco, another outstanding day for you. You did cross the 1,000-yard mark for the season with a run early in the second half, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Was that a goal that you had set for yourself? Did you have any specific individual goals?
Not really. I mean, I know that I had the 1,000 mark coming up. I wanted to get that, but we also had the fullback that was coming up. We wanted to get him 1,000 too. So I wasn't really too worried about the 1,000 mark.
Ed mentioned that it was a little tough physically to get ready for this game because of the short work week. Was that something you agree with, physically and mentally a little tough to get ready for this one? It's such a short turnaround from last week's playoff game.
It was a little frustrating, because it was real short and they throw a lot. So to learn all their plays in 2 days was a little frustrating.
Obviously, one of the strengths of this Union team is the standard series that you guys run time after time, and you used it today to score a couple of times. Your thoughts on the wing tee attack of this Union team?
I think it's been tough all the time. I mean, we played hard, and the running game is just, our linemen are just great blockers.
They certainly are. Marco, thanks for coming by. Congratulations on your performance today. And Lou Rutino, step on in here. Lou, let's talk about the positive. First of all, congratulations to you on your 200th career coaching victory.
Thank you very much.
Great accomplishment for you, especially the 17 years, 155 victories here at Union High School.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a nice run. There are an awful lot of people that are responsible for that, obviously, and all those wins get put into my ledger, but obviously we know that there's a lot more to it than that.
Unfortunately, there is a negative about today's game, Frank Fabio's injury. What do you know about it right now?
Yes, it doesn't look great. It's a knee injury. I don't know how severe it is. There's whether he can play or not in the state finals, we don't know. But I just have a feeling that if he can't play, that the rest of the team will step it up a notch. We've done it in the past when we've lost some key kids, and hopefully they can do it again. But that does put a little damper on the whole day. But what are you going to do? That's part of the game.
Ed mentioned that the passing game certainly has come along quite a bit this year. Addition of a couple of good receivers. We saw Cleary haul down a pass, Jacobs haul in a pass. Was that something that is a bit of a very pleasant surprise for you, the addition of a couple of good players and the upgrading of the passing attack?
Not a surprise, no. We felt that we would be able to throw the ball pretty well this year, and we know that teams do overcompensate for our run, and it does leave some things open. And we felt that we would be able to hit some big plays with our throws this year. We did it in the preseason, and we felt it was there for us all during the year. So it hasn't been a surprise. I mean, Eddie has a major league arm, we think, and and we were just concerned if we would find enough receivers to do the job, and we were fortunate enough to do that. And so it's been a pleasant experience, but not a surprise.
For what it's worth, John Bauer Jr. was here, keeping an eye on this game. Will you or anyone from your staff head up to Morris County for their game with Roxbury?
Oh, I guess there's an outside chance of that, yeah.
All right, Lou, congratulations. 200 career victories for Lou Rutino at 4 different schools, 155 of those wins, of course, here at Union High School. And Dick Zimmer, just a very talented Union football team once again, some outstanding blocking, very fast receivers, and a very potent passing game.
I think it's a great combination, a great offensive line, the good running backs. Now with the passing game far more sophisticated than it has been in years, not only play action, but from a drop back standpoint. And the usual fine defensive football team that gets to the football in a hurry and really knows how to hit people when they get there.
So they will certainly present some problems for the Randolph Rams next weekend.
Yeah, they played each other very strongly the last several years.
It's become a very familiar final in Section 2, Group 4. That'll wrap it up for Dick Zimmer. I'm Paul Spahala. Once again, the Union Farmers go on to victory today. Their 9th of the season. They've got a big one next week against Randolph. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We hope you enjoyed watching the ball game.